Greetings guys, gals, non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video of sitting on the floor in my new flat in front of unpacked boxes. It's gonna be like this for a little while because Kat is still in Germany waiting for her visa. So for today's video, I took some requests from my patrons, patreon.com/savvycat, and one of the things that I came across that was agreed upon was going through some posts by some accidental allies, because that is always a jolly good time. People trying to be homophobic or transphobic, but actually come out as supporters of the community and all those a part of it. Before we get into it, I just want to say please ignore my dry, flaky skin. My skin does not agree with winter. Winter and my skin are not a good combination. But you know what my skin does love is Geology, today's sponsor. Geology is a completely vegan and cruelty-free natural skin and hair company, and they create products such as a 3-step skin routine, which includes an everyday face wash to use morning and night, and then 2 different moisturizers to use after cleansing. One for the morning, which will keep you nice and hydrated during the day, and then one for the evening or nighttime, which includes a retinol, which is really good in helping speed up the cycle of your skin cell turnover, keeping it like nice and fresh. It helps prevent acne and aging and dark spots and all that sort of stuff, as well as being very hydrating for overnight. And again, as I said, my skin is very dry at the moment, so I really need really good hydrating skincare. And I'm sure that you have noticed in my past few videos or several videos, my skin has not been treating me very nicely. I've been breaking out like mad recently, but I have found that even in the past few days of using these products, my skin is feeling and looking so much better. It also includes an eye cream for dark circles, which I have not been sleeping very much because I am moving currently. So that's really nice to not look half dead every day. They also have a hair care co-wash. It is neither a shampoo nor a conditioner. It is its own separate thing. I really love this idea because shampoo strips your hair of all of its natural oils. It's like a capitalistic thing of shampoo companies wanting to take all your money. They give you something to wash your hair, it strips away all the natural oils, which then makes your scalp be like, quick, we need to make more oil. And then it produces oil really, really fast. So then you have to shampoo it again, strip all the oils, and etc. The more often you wash your hair, the oilier your hair becomes. This co-wash is made out of natural ingredients that do not strip your hair of their natural oils. It just nourishes your hair and your scalp and melts away the oils without destroying them. Shampoo is usually got like sulfate in it. It's usually really frothy, and the froth like pulls all of the color out of my hair. And this, like, no color leaked out of my hair, which was fantastic. So that is a big plus for me, and I know for a lot of you. I am someone who is very anti-shampoo because capitalism, and I know they're just trying to leech money off of me. So I really like this idea. Again, it's all vegan, it's all cruelty-free, and that is very, very important to me, and I know to a lot of you. So if you click the link below or go to geology.com, that's geologie.com, and use the code KIWI, you get 30% off your first purchase of co-wash. And not only that, but for my audience, for you all, you will also get a bonus 70% off your first 30-day trial of the skincare routine, which is incredible. You can get both products for an incredible price for a limited time only. So go click the link now, geology.com. You will not regret it. And thank you so much, Geology, for sponsoring today's video. Let's get started. Social media has some great gems of holiday advice. My younger brother is trans. My parents have been horrendous about dead naming and misgendering him. At Thanksgiving, I used an air horn to correct them. I fixed a 2 to 3 year problem in 2 seconds. 10 out of 10 would recommend this training method. That is a fantastic method. I support that. I stand by it. I love it. I'm sorry, but your brother ain't a girl, and I'm not going to support that delusion outside of his own head. This is such a common recurring theme, and it is so funny. I don't know why transphobes keep trying, because so often they get so confused and so caught up in their transphobia that they don't even know what they're saying. And it's hilarious. I love when they go and like comment on trans men's photos and they just see that they're trans in their bio and they're like, you'll never be a girl. And it's like, good, yeah, you're so right. Thank you. Thank you for affirming my gender. Thank you for just like affirming and confirming the idea that trans people are their actual gender, and you clearly believe that in your own head as well. So imagine being a young girl now destined to go through life with a deep voice that doesn't belong to you. Every time you open your mouth to speak, you hate what comes out and feel that pang of sadness. This is abhorrent child abuse, pure and simple. Yeah, you're right. You're so right. And that is why we should be offering gender-affirming care to young people, so that trans women do not have to grow up going through puberty and having their voice drop and then being a teenager, young adult, etc. with a deep voice that does not affirm their gender. You are so right. I am so glad that you understand gender dysphoria and what young trans girls go through after going through male puberty, which they don't want to go through and they don't have to go through because puberty blockers exist. So I'm really glad that you are in full support of giving puberty blockers to young trans girls. Thank you. We appreciate your support and understanding. Not a vagina owner, not a menstruator, not a cisgender, not a cervix haver, not a chest feeder. We are women. Yeah. Not all women are vagina owners. Not all women are menstruators. Not all women are cisgender. Not all women can give birth. Thank you for confirming what we all already know. You don't have to be any of those things to be a woman. And I really appreciate that you put that on a sign and took it to like an anti-trans protest, because it was protesting against the anti-trans rhetoric there, right? Do you people read what you write and like internalize and like understand the words that you're saying? Because it's so funny that so many people go out there and say these things that they think are like really hateful and like against things and actually end up being just a really good ally and saying really good points such as this. It happens all the time and it's brilliant. It's so funny. And you point it out and they're like, no. Honey, yes, that is what you just said. Also, I love that it looks like I have dwecky ears. That's so funny. I'm not moving him because that's hilarious to me. Elliot Page be trying to talk about inequality like anyone gives a fuck what a white man has to say. So true. Thank you for validating Elliot Page's gender. I love that. I love that so much. It's so funny because I love trying to kill two birds with one stone there. Being like, well, you'll listen to this white man, so why won't you listen to a cis white man? I also love seeing how many people try to misgender Elliot Page and get like genuinely really confused about it. It's so funny how it's like, it's harder, it's somehow for some people harder to misgender people than to like correctly gender them. They talk about how confusing it is to correctly gender someone while then struggling to misgender them. Like, maybe just listen to what they say and what they want and do that. That's really the easiest option, I think. Who is he? Blank is a girl, always has been. No, blank is non-binary and uses any pronouns. Okay, so I can call her she then. Yeah, if you want. That's generally what all means. That's the pro of having all pronouns being used, right? Like, no one can misgender you. You are like the freaking like wild card of Uno. Any suit can be played. You just kind of win every time. Like, it's like impossible for you to lose. Anyone can do anything in their power to like incorrectly gender you, and they can't. Power move. Brilliant. I absolutely love that for you. Obviously, there's still like transphobia and discrimination against you for that. So I'm not saying you like win, because that's awful and I'm sorry. But in terms of like gender and correctly genderedness, you've got like a superpower against transphobes there, because they can try as hard as they want to misgender you and they like literally can't. And I love that. It's brilliant. Honest opinion, clean-shaven men will always look better than men with facial hair. Question, what do you call an adult with no facial hair? Answer, a woman. It's so funny how they have such hypocritical views about like, not anyone can be a woman. It's very specific to be a woman. Only people with vaginas are women. Anyone else is just a man dressed up. And then the same people like, lol, if you don't have facial hair, you're a woman. Lol, wearing a dress is for girls. You're not a man, you're wearing a dress. If it's that easy to change your gender, why is it such a big deal? Why are you insulting people by saying that they're not a real man or not a real woman? But then when people actively are saying, I am not a woman, even though I have a vagina, you're like, yes, you are. I don't care that you have facial hair. I don't care that you have all these male traits, including a male brain. You are a woman. But then a cis man wears a dress and suddenly he's also not a man? Like, make up your mind. Which is it? Is gender what is in your pants? Or is gender how society views you? Or is gender how you view yourself? Because you're kind of somehow pushing all three of those. And you can't do that. You have to choose one. And the correct one is gender is how you see yourself. That is the correct answer. So if that's what you answered, ding, 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 you get a cookie. Being a male is a matter of birth. Being a man is a matter of choice. Embrace masculinity. And this is posted by like an alpha male. And you are so right, man. You're so right. I know that you're actively transphobic and will say like, if you have a penis, you're a man. You can't just wear a dress and be a woman, etc. But also being a man is a choice, right? Do you read what you are saying? Do you read that and then understand what you have just said? I'm not saying being a man is a choice, because being trans is obviously not a choice. But like, the implication that he has is quite funny. You can be born male and then choose to not be a man because you aren't a man. You are, in fact, a woman or agender or non-binary, etc. You don't have to choose to be a man. You don't have to be. If you're born male, you don't have to be a man. Thank you, sir, for pointing that out. And yeah, I hope that everyone in your audience agreed with you and had no idea what they were agreeing with, because it's so funny when that happens. Accidental allies is my favorite thing. It amuses me greatly. I'm trying to get swole. Give me testosterone. No, it's illegal if you use testosterone to induce physical changes to your body. I feel like a boy this week. Here's your testosterone, oh wise one. Won't let me use testosterone so I can get more muscle mass, but you'll let an MF use testosterone so they can transform into something they're not, so they can feel better for their mental illness. No. Firstly, you already produce testosterone. Everyone produces testosterone, regardless of their gender or their sex. We all produce testosterone. You, as a cis man, produce enough testosterone to build the muscle mass already. That's already a thing that you can do unless you have like a genetic sort of thing with testosterone, in which case I'm pretty sure you can get testosterone prescribed to you for gender affirming care, just like women with PCOS can get estrogen prescribed to them to balance out the amount of testosterone they produce for gender affirming care. Gender affirming care exists for cis people, but trans men don't produce that much testosterone, so they get given it so they're on an equal playing field to you. They're not using it to become super buff, like steroid win the bodybuilding competitions. They're just doing it so they can feel and look like a cis man. That's it. They're not trying to get on top of you or ahead of you. If you're feeling threatened and intimidated by them, maybe that's on you, and maybe you just go to the gym and work out more without complaining that you can't get extra testosterone, because I'm pretty sure too much testosterone can be very dangerous. So yeah, there is reason for that. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. The bodybuilder you're looking at is fake. He's using steroids and is covered with spray tan. He spends hours upon hours in the gym. This is not an improvement. It's a fantasy. Nothing about it is real. And the caption by NoHo Tradwife is, neither should criticize each other's lifestyle. Testosterone for all who want it. Exactly. I agree. Testosterone for all who want it. Except, as we just discussed, it might hurt some people. So maybe not. Maybe there should be some regulation. There should be a cap on it. If you already have high testosterone levels, probably good to not have any more. But gender affirming care is gender affirming care. If you are a cis man who wants to present as more masculine, by all means go for it. Just as if you are a cis woman who wants to feel more like a woman, then go for it. It's like this thing of, for some reason, people are anti like breast implant for very different reasons that they're anti breast removal. And I find that really interesting because they're both the exact same thing. One is gender affirming for being more feminine, whereas one is more affirming for being masculine. They're both gender affirming care, but we view them very, very differently, which I find incredibly interesting. Gender affirming care, plastic surgery, whatever, you do you. Just know your reasoning behind it. And make sure that you are in a mentally well place and aren't doing it for other people, but you're doing it for yourself. M&M's introduce new purple candy character. Conservatives are suggesting she's transgender. M&M's candy falls victim to woke mob again. Did anyone say that it was trans? Or are you just making assumptions based on stereotypes that you're applying to a purple M&M? Because I haven't heard anything about this. And the fact that people care so much about cartoon sweets is so funny and absurd. There are real, actual things happening in the world that require attention. Why are you putting it there? What are you doing? Do we want to talk about things that actually matter and not the gender of a lolly? Come on. You really can't be that invested and care that much, right? Like, we'll celebrate when there is more representation and it's like, hey, that's really cool, but it's not ever that big of a deal. We only make it a big deal when you make it a big deal first. It's kind of like, hey, that's cool, and then every conservative starts campaigning against it. So we're like, guys, calm down. You're being a little bit over dramatic. Snowflakes. Snowflake alert. Why are you so pressed? Just like calm down. It doesn't matter. It is an M&M. Anyway, this has been a shorter video, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. A massive thank you to my Sprout and Above patrons, whose names are up on the screen right now. And a huge thank you to my Kiwi Cat patrons. Wolf, Toulouse, Bobby, Sparrow, Josh, Mandy, Robbie, Ishtar Hope, Silly, Ikazil, Robin, The Alienated Librarian, Resendo, Akita, and Skylar. I love and appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for joining. If you would like to become a patron, you can go to the link in the description or patreon.com/savvycat. For as little as £1 a month, you get my videos a day early, as well as a bunch of other stuff from Upward. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, The Queer Kiwi, and Twitter, That Queer Kiwi. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah. When you close your eyes.